Was Jorge Masvidal robbed against Nate Diaz in their boxing match on Sunday? The two UFC rivals, who initially battled for the BMF belt at UFC 244, where Masvidal emerged victorious by a doctor's stoppage, took their rivalry to the boxing ring on Sunday when Masvidal went off to a solid start, tagging Diaz time and again with power punches. The Miami native continued to land the bigger shots as Diaz countered effectively and showboated until he took over in round 10 when Masvidal ran out of gas. After 10 rounds of war, Diaz was declared the winner by a majority decision, with two judges scoring the fight 98-92 and 97-93 in the Stockton native's favor, while one judge scored it 95-95. Masvidal was absolutely furious in the post-fight press conference, feeling that he was robbed of a well-deserved win because the judges were allegedly biased in favor of the hometown hero.
He never hurt me. I don't think he landed any meaningful punches, but 8 rounds to 2 is like fucking nuts, but whatever, bro, it's California, I knew I had to get a knockout or, some shit like this. I definitely know the judges were influenced by the crowd because a lot of those shots, when I landed in the corner, I was just getting my timing, throw 3-4 shots, it wouldn't land, and then I'd throw a good power shot. I'd see that I'd hurt him, I'd back him up, or he'd start goofing around, hurt him to the body numerous times, and I think 1 or 2 of the judges only gave me 2 rounds, there's just no way,
While Masvidal was left heartbroken, Diaz couldn't be happier to bag his first professional boxing win after an unsuccessful debut against Jake Paul in 2023. The UFC veteran is now eyeing redemption against the problem child, as well as a fight against UFC welterweight champ Leon Edwards.
You got on the mic, and the very first thing you did was you called out Jake Paul. Can we act, it's a fight that's been talked about.
That was just off the top of my head. I would like to whip his ass. I would like to get a win against Leon Edwards, who's the best fighter in the world right now at 170.
While Edwards hasn't responded to Diaz's challenge, Paul fired back immediately, first by making fun of Diaz's accent.
And my main mission,
my
main objective, like how I've been, is to be the best fighter in the world. UFC title. You and Jorge. Leon Edwards, Jake Paul, and anybody that fuck else, you're dead. Hey, congratulations.
The heart's still beating.
And then, through a tweet that said, "You, Nate Diaz, you're a hoe who ducked my $15 million PFL MMA offer. Masvidal is trash too. Shaking my head." Apart from Paul and Edwards, Diaz has a ton of other options, including a trilogy with Conor McGregor, who was over the moon for winning more than $1 million for betting in favor of his former foe. Here's what McGregor said on an Instagram story. "Thank you, Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. Your boxing bout earned me triple my money. I will now enjoy my upcoming birthday celebrations that are a little bit sweeter. Thank you, gents." When Nate was asked about McGregor's bet, he gave a short and sweet response.
Conor McGregor today said he's betting $500,000 on you. He broke down the fight, he picked you to win, and you just made him $1.1 million.
That's cool. Good job for us.
Nate Diaz's teammate Gilbert Melendez was absolutely stoked after his friend's victory. The former UFC fighter praised both fighters for putting on a show and explained why he thinks a rematch between Paul and Diaz makes sense.
I thought it was a fantastic showing. Both guys put it down. Masvidal's a stud. It takes 2 to tango. But ultimately, Ace is fucking durable, in great shape, has fucking a volume like no other. Popping jabs, long combinations. You see sweat flying all over. Nate Diaz is the man. That's what's up.
Okay, what happened? Rematch with Jake Paul. What happened?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think Nate has the jab. He starts popping. I'll see you mañana, brother. Fuck yeah, 100%. I think Nate has the jab. He has the combinations. He has the pop, the power. I would love to see that again.
18,000 plus tonight, a sellout.
You know what, man? That was incredible. Nate Diaz.
And it's all his fans.
He does it, bro. He does it. He's a West Coast legend. He's the people's champion. We know why.
Former UFC 2 Division champ BJ Penn was super impressed with the fact that Diaz and Masvidal managed to pull in the 18,000 strong crowd at the Honda Center.
I saw a great fight. You know what I really saw though? What I saw was that they fucking filled the arena up.
18,000 plus.
Wow.
Like BJ Penn was fighting.
Wow, man.
So
That makes me happy to see that. But that's where it is now.
who's your favorite boxer in the world today? Do you like Gervonta Davis? Do you like Canelo? Do you like Crawford? Do you like Usyk?
You know what? I like the guy Tank. I like watching him.
He's a monster.
Yeah, and I saw Ryan Garcia's last fight.
Not only the MMA community, but the boxing world was also in awe of the boxing showdown between the two mixed martial arts legends. Boxing phenomenon Teofimo Lopez, for instance, had nothing but praise for the two veterans.
What an event, man. Masvidal and Nate Diaz.
Sold out event?
My gosh, man. This is amazing, honestly. Both guys came. They came to entertain, and they did that. And, hey, man, the better man won that night, and that was Nate Diaz. But, you know, overall, got to give our kudos to Masvidal.
It's a great fight.
Yeah.
Undefeated women's boxing world champion Siniesa Estrada said that she knew Diaz was going to win.
I mean, I'm Team Nate Diaz.
You saw him before
all
the
day,
fight?
every day. So, yeah, I knew it was good. When he has that stand-up experience, yeah, definitely.
MMA fighter turned bare-knuckle boxer Nick Coring, aka Killshot, challenged Masvidal to a boxing duel in the immediate aftermath of his loss to Diaz.
George did his thing, hung in there, whatever. Fuck George anyways, but you know what I mean? He did his thing, whatever, but fuck him anyways, fuck him and his whole bullshit. But I want him next. Let's go.
Coring's comments came moments after his backstage war of words with Masvidal.
You either, pussy. Got the wrong guy, motherfucker. You little bitch. You are pussy, and no one gonna be around, dog. You don't get it, bro. You want to be a tough guy with nobody.
Masvidal, it was a good fight. Hey, Masvidal, good performance.
Is this the fight to make next? Nevertheless, several other UFC veterans had mixed reactions to the fight as well as the outcome. Eddie Alvarez was among those who fought when Masvidal was robbed. The former UFC lightweight champion took to Twitter and said, "Weak. Jorge Masvidal won the fight. California is as corrupt as always. Significant punches went to Jorge by far." Derek Brunson had a different viewpoint as he had Diaz winning. Watching the fight live, I had Diaz winning. If you listen to the commentary, maybe you go Masvidal. Good fight overall. Journalist Mark Raymonde was full of praise for Diaz as he explained how his win over Masvidal adds another glowing chapter to his illustrious career. Another chapter written tonight by Nate Diaz is one of the all-time great combat sports stories. Diaz has had a legendary career, not because of his victories or highlight reel knockouts. It's because of everything he has and continues to overcome. It's how the street kid from Stockton always seems to outmaneuver the expectations. When he wins, he wins. When he loses, he wins. And the many invested in his journey never leave disappointed. Diaz is the epitome of authenticity, a true one of one. With a win over Masvidal, Diaz has opened a Pandora box of opportunities for himself. And here are 5 matchups that make sense for him. Number 5 is a Jorge Masvidal rematch, since both fighters are tied 1-1 after their recent boxing match, and Masvidal wants a third bout, possibly in boxing again to settle the score. Diaz doesn't seem interested though, because he thinks he is the better fighter. And the only reason he fought at UFC 244, despite an injury, was because he wanted to put on a show for Donald Trump. I was f***ed up when I fought Masvidal the first time. I tore my meniscus 2 weeks before I fought him. I couldn't even walk. I didn't even know I tore my meniscus. I was training and I was like, dude, I could hardly even walk, and I was like, hell, no, we're going here. It was Madison Square Garden headlining in it. Donald Trump came through. I think that was the first president ever to be at the UFC. And I was like, yeah, right, I'm going to that fight. And I went in there and fought that. Number 4 is a Jake Paul rematch. After winning his boxing match, Jake Paul challenged Diaz to an MMA fight in the PFL. This rematch could be a big draw due to their rivalry. Number 3 is a fight with Dustin Poirier. There's a long-standing grudge between Diaz and Poirier, with fans eager to see them finally fight, likely at welterweight. Number 2 is a welterweight title fight against Leon Edwards, because the first time the two fought, the Stockton native badly rocked the Brit. If it wasn't for his showboating, many believe Diaz would have won. Number 1 is of course the Conor McGregor trilogy. Diaz and McGregor are tied 1-1, and a third bout, possibly at welterweight, would be highly anticipated. Who do you think Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal should fight next? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of mixed martial arts and boxing, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.